Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you for tuning in today, new and returning viewers. I love you so much. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection bonus reading for today. Today is actually January 28th, 2021, so we're just days away from the end of the month. And today's a very special day because it's a full moon in Leo, so I'll explain that a little more. What I will say though is, for those that are new, I have a format I like to follow. I read for 2 sun signs every day. I talk a little bit about each of them and why I feel like they have a great compatible component to being together. I've studied astrology compatibility for many years, and I'd like to bring it forth to you and share some information you may very well know about or maybe not. So, you know, all are welcome. This is a continuously, mysteriously kind of perpetual student type of a channel because I'm always learning and I will never learn enough. And so I picked for today, I don't know what either of the signs are, meaning I don't know who the featured sign or I don't know who the highlighted sign is. So that's the bonus part. And starting in February again, I'll be doing from, I said Aquarius the other day, forgive me, from Aries to Pisces as the featured, so you know which sign is yours and when your reading will be. But the highlighted connection is always randomly done through Spirit that day and that moment in front of you. So it's a surprise to both of us. And the highlighted connections get 3 additional messages under 3 major categories. And then I follow with beautiful oracle messages from 3 of my decks, which I switch up. And, you know, just for every single zodiac sign in connection with the featured sign, so that everybody gets a message. That's important to me. You know, we're all in this together. Many people have many connections in different ways, different types of love, and that's all a part of this channel. So let's get started. Who might the featured sign for today be, Spirit? And I'd be so surprised if it were Leo because, okay, we have Scorpio as the featured because about 2 days ago we did the Cancer and the featured. Cancer was the featured sign, Scorpio was the highlighted. So let's see what's going on with Scorpio as the featured. Very intensely emotional, very appropriate for today's full moon in Leo, boy. Aries, wow, what a combination of power. Let's go for it. So the featured sign is Scorpio, the highlighted sign with this beautiful Scorpio connection is Aries, so we've got the messages coming for that. And so let's talk a little bit about each of those. Scorpio is a water element. Scorpio is a very intense sign. Scorpio was originally ruled by Mars. Mars is the most fiery warrior planet that there is. It's the most heated, the most controversial, the most passionate, although, I don't know, we have the Leo moon, so it's a very, very close tie, I guess you could say, as far as the planets go. I mean, Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is the brightest star, the brightest in our galaxy, you know, star that just illuminates and brings forth to us our energy, our desires, our passions. Certainly Leos are full of passion, pride, strength, courage, you know, idealisms, kind of determination and stubbornness in some ways. They're a fixed sign. We're in the season of Aquarius, which is all about the mind, also a fixed sign in their idealism. So we have the combination of mind and heart. And when those two meet, it's everything. It's the most powerful, beautiful equation, you know, when balanced properly, and certainly when it comes to love. So there's that passion that comes with Scorpio as well, but they're actually their ruling planet now, the more modern days, is Pluto. So Pluto is, wow, yet again one of the most powerful outer planets that affect us in such strong ways. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Pluto and Mars are kind of conjuncting or squaring. It happened in a day or so ago. It could be pretty much the same today. Sun and Venus are conjunct. I mean, there's just so much power about love and individualism and independence and deeply affecting ourselves to where we want to let go of our blockages, let go of not feeling like we can express ourselves fully, let go of the blocks that release the inability to feel that we're lovable or we're able to love or that others can love us. Let it all go, because with that Leo influence for this beautiful sign of Scorpio today and Aries, it's just going to ignite even more the intensities that you have. So Scorpio's the water. Scorpio feels deeply with their emotions, and they are incredibly capable of psychic abilities, intuitive abilities that are incredibly strong, not just with the Leo moon, but moons tend to bring that out anyway. The moon controls the tides. The tides are what, are the water in us, right? The element of feeling, like I said, that is what the water signs really contribute to all of us. So, I mean, with the Pluto in there and the depth of transformation that happens with Scorpios on a regular basis, and those that they are around for the betterment, Sometimes it's hard to see the parts of ourselves we don't want to recognize and acknowledge. And stepping right up to it and just facing it and saying, this is me, and that's okay. I don't have to be perfect. I'm good, I'm bad, I'm light, I'm dark, I'm all of that. That's the balance we need within ourselves and in our external world. So there's just a lot of beautiful, very strong energy with the Scorpios as well. And love. Love is very, very important to Scorpios. They're very possessive about their love. When they make a decision, and it's not necessarily quick with water signs, they're in it for the long haul. They are fixed on it, they are determined, and they're going to fight like anything to create and continue to build that love. And you pretty much made your match with this Aries, highlighted connection, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, a fellow fire sign to Leo. So the passion is almost equally, ignited in Aries on a daily basis, ruled by the Mars, like I said, and being a cardinal sign who initiates the season of spring, the freshness, and after the passing of the barren aspects of symbolically archetypes of, winter and the ground and the Capricorn and the old tradition and so forth, to the new and the inventive and the pioneering of spirit with an Aries energy. It's just, the two of you are interestingly so much alike yet very, very different, which is extremely attractive. And when you get the elements of water and fire, I always say there's that tension that cannot be denied. And to keep it temperate and moderate is the most important thing when it comes to fire and water. But I see the combination of fire and water on a very regular basis for very good reasons, because the passion alone is what keeps it intact and what keeps it wanting to grow. I mean, it's adventurous and exciting, and you never necessarily know what's going to happen, but it happens, and there's great love there. I just feel like this moon will ignite things like that haven't been ignited due to the past year, perhaps, or just this strong will and self-recognition, self-need, which is what Leo is, and just feeling incredibly empowered by this all. Love is essential in our lives, and that's what this combination, certainly, and many combinations that we'll read the messages about, are going to be feeling today and onward. Okay, so this is the catalyst, like I like to say, that can really spark that. So if you've been holding back in any way, let it go. Enjoy, have fun, be extravagant. That's what this full moon is about. It's a beautiful, beautiful full moon for many people. Just keeping your temperament, in a very calm and maybe temperance way, moderate way, is very essential. Excuse me. I'm going through the Mercury retrograde aspects of the the communication thing, where it just starts to really just dissolve almost. But you just have to pull through it, and I hope that you'll excuse me for that. And that actually is occurring on the 30th, so in a couple days. But of course, you feel it during the shadow period. I started feeling it last week. So, onward and upward, right? That's how we need to go. That'll last through, the Mercury retrograde will last through February 20th. So just make sure you just redoing things, revisiting, you know, fine-tuning, relaxing, retreating, being extremely flexible, okay, with your appointments, with your time, with your schedule. Expecting the unexpected is always a very important thing to do, and it just makes things grow easier. Let's read the messages, though, for this beautiful highlighted connection of Scorpio and Aries. Whew. This is like, you're going to feel, you would notice and feel, literally, if a couple that were Scorpio and Aries walked in the room, or you were in their company for any length of time, you would be feeling, no doubt, the intensity and the passion between these two. Well, the first card is always the overall energy for the reading and the message. So what you have is the Four of Cups. Okay, so there's great emotion, all right. There's fulfillment. There is like this genuine feeling of wanting to create, wanting to emerge, you know, wanting to be seen, like the Leo influences. And you have Three Cups in this particular depiction. I am using the beautiful Gilded Tarot by Ciro Machete. It's one of my favorites. And it is just this understanding that, yes, you have a lot. There's so much to be blessed for or appreciative of. You have many blessings, and you recognize that. But there's something coming in. There's something else to add to the mix. And I always say 3 is in front of this, you know, this person that's in the card. And the 4th is the balancing, because 3 is great. I mean, it's a triad. That's what the universe is really made of and representative of. It goes on and on. But the 4th is what really brings in that balance. It's what the cherry on the cake, so to speak. You know, the final touches, the final dream, the final push, which is exactly what this energy of the full moon can do. It illuminates it. It brings it right in front of you. So there's no hidden agenda anymore. There's no second guessing. And that's good for culminating and letting things go because it's not appropriate, it doesn't work, or adding and bringing in. So you're feeling fulfilled, you feel the passion, and there's just something that either the two of you are working on, or you're going to go another step further with this passion, whatever that means, you know, from dating to engagement. I always say, you know, engagement to marriage, perhaps children, but there's a lot of watery, beautiful, feminine, nurturing kind of loving energy that comes with this. And you're in touch with that, and you're loving it, and it feels good. I'm wearing my flannel. It's a rainy day. I always associate rainy days with romance. I don't know. I guess that's from my childhood. And we certainly need it. So if you are and you're bundled up with your hot cocoa or whatever, you know, after work or maybe now because you're still not working, you know, let it happen. Just allow that in. Allow that beautiful, loving energy in. It's a beautiful time for that. The second category is always the possible blessings or obstacles, you know, that we all face in our life. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is the element of earth, okay? So that's your practical aspects. That's your home life, your sustenance, your security, your abundance, and you have the 8. So the 8 is the most abundant number in numerology. It means you've been working hard, you're seeing the results, it's going to continue to grow. So whatever you started even last year or the beginning of this month, regardless of the retrograde, don't give up on it. You know, as long as you've started something generally with retrogrades, it will continue to grow. It will definitely take wings, as they say. And then the 8 becomes the 9 and then the 10, and it's phenomenal, and it's very, very, it's a very prosperous time, okay? And it makes sense. This is when a lot of people do plant the seeds for the spring, you know, and it's very fruitful. And it could mean many subjects. It could obviously mean money, which is what the coins always represent. You know, many earth elements always represent the practical things. That's how they feel success. What have they accomplished? What can they see from their, you know, their hard work, tangible things? And you're seeing it. And together you are growing on levels that you probably knew but had been maybe waiting on a little bit, and it's moving forward. It's beautiful. And it has to do with something you're working together on too. So there's something, maybe a new house, even if it's that, simply redoing and decorating a house, just seeing the results and just knowing that it's going to continue to grow. Because neither of you are quitters. You're going to continue until you do see the end result. But that's a beautiful indication and a wonderful message for you from Spirit. Maybe that's part of that missing thing. It's just a little more money towards whatever it is you want to do. Maybe the next vacation you're planning. Because they'll happen again. We're well on our way to that. It's not going to happen today. But I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think a lot of people are now, which is a beautiful feeling. And it's so important to have that feeling and to be able to push that out into this beautiful life and consciousness. The final category is that of finances. Similar to what you had just gotten, but it's interesting because finances, also things that we're feeling comfortable, secure with, practical things once again. 2 of Pentacles. So there you go again. 2, partnerships, balance. Making sure that you are keeping the balance. I know that out of the 2 that we're speaking of in this highlighted connection, Scorpios are very, very capable of amassing great wealth. And a major reason for that is because they can be quite frugal at times and very sensible and very smart with their money. I know that Aries has that quality, but I also know that Aries, like Leo and fiery energy, are very, very extravagant. They want what they want and they want it now, and they don't necessarily think about, but what will my finances be like later? The combination of these 2 with the Scorpio, there I go again, and Aries is so beautiful because you balance each other out. You help each other in ways that the other doesn't. And the Aries just enlightens and brings new information and ideas to the Scorpio. And they love that. It fuels them to just transform and to reinvent themselves. This is fantastic. So know that money is coming. Know that you are doing well. You need to continue to balance it and not go crazy and not go overboard or not be too tight, because the reality is, as I will mention, or I know not this month, not this reading, I have the beautiful Law of Attraction cards and oracles that I speak about, because money is energy. And that's what this is reminding you of. But just, being wise, being sensible, enjoying yourself, but not overboard, because it's all about reciprocity in line with the elements and energies of money and what they do. You need to give in order to receive. You need to receive in order to be able to give. So it's a beautiful, beautiful natural law of attraction currency, and it's happening for you. So you've had this beautiful insight. Maybe an inheritance comes into mind. Scorpio rules the 8th house, and that's about transformation, life, death, inheritance, other people's money. Your partner, your in work and life and love, whatever, something coming through for them that's really going to make things better. And then making sure you just balance it and you invest properly, and that'll keep you stable and happy and content, not worrying about things, which is much better on the love life, right? I really love that. You see a rainbow behind that, and the full moon, of course. This full moon is going to bring forth some beautiful energy for you and remind you that you are in a good place. You have a lot to be grateful for. And I know that you do, and I don't mean to say otherwise, but it's just reminding you. It's just a message that's so very clear to me right now to you. So those are your messages for this beautiful highlighted connection. I'm going to read 3 oracle messages for every single zodiac sign in connection with the Scorpio, okay? Because, like I said, we all have many connections on many different levels, and some will like this highlighted connection with Scorpio and maybe not others. Some will resonate immediately, some not. Take what you want and what feels right and leave the rest. And I'm going to pick for you this beautiful card that I have been bringing in a couple of times. As I said, I like to switch them up. This is the Motivational Manifestational Deck by Brendan Burchard. Manifesto cards. What I love is it's just a quick message, a phrase, a sentence, but it's there to incite and invoke wonderful encouragement, upliftment, in your relationships, in your endeavors, whatever it is that's sparking you, that's prodding you on and bringing that beautiful, powerful courage to what it is you need to do in your life and choose to do. So your beautiful message for every single Scorpio out there and all of your beautiful connections from Spirit today is: those who have won major victories realize that all the resources to win are within. Well, there you go, Scorpio. This is definitely meant for you because you are so internal a lot of times. That's what water signs are. They go inward. They feel the deepest than anybody, and it's particularly you, Scorpio. You have the gift, you have the manifestation within you. You use it all the time. You know, you're very capable of that. And that the most knowledgeable needed to success is acquired after action. Can I hear an amen up in here, please? Because yes, we co-create. And yes, I've had very, very well-renowned spiritual teachers and mentors that I have had the pleasure of being in their presence and studied from and learned from, that made it clear we co-create at all times. Action is a very important ingredient. And quite frankly, I think a lot of people want to. But I got led astray. I've also been told by these wonderful spiritual leaders that we can think and feel anything into existence. So that could be the action that you're taking. You don't have to work extremely hard all the time. That's the mindset that came into my life for years. You know, yes, a lot of people feel better. It just gives them that feeling of almost release because their body's moving, and it helps with the energies and it helps to keep things moving. You know, but just know that you can work harder or smarter, maybe less, but smarter. And I think a lot of that was brought to the forefront last year when we were kind of stuck and not necessarily having the control to utilize our talents or our gifts, though many did. But that's a beautiful, beautiful message for you. And I know that you get this. I hope that just reminds you and, you know, just provokes that in you again. And I love that for you, Scorpio. So the next message is the beautiful wisdom of the Oracle. I call it Mary Reed Oracle, and it is, it's simple. There's a word on it, and it will be specifically for you to hear today, from Spirit to you, on the January 28th, 2021, day of the year, as we almost finish the month of January. What a month, huh? I must say. February will be, you know, very, very filled with incredibly beautiful energies to work with. You know, it's always how we choose to work with the energies, because they'll be there. And that'll always be our free will, as I say. So, Spirit, what can you share with all the beautiful Scorpios today? From love and light. And we have all that glitters. Boy, this came up for you last time, Scorpio. This is so important. But what I love about it is, and I'll read specifically, it is the number 16, which then becomes 7. And 7 is a magical, lucky number, but it's also working through difficulties, whether it be mental or physical. And that's something I've been studying and learning more about. But we have 2 masks and a pile of what looks like incredible amounts of gold. All that glitters. So let me read you what it says again. But I really like it because, well, first I'll read it and then I'll explain. But 16. Did I just pass it? Yeah. Okay, so I'll simplify it and just say that essential meanings: a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress up something to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new material or being. Chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. Mercurial is of the mind, you know, the Mercury, the planet of Mercury is about movement and quick thinking and decisiveness and communication and commerce and, you know, networking and business and everything. And so when Mercury goes retrograde, which is interesting, it comes up with that, it slows that down, but only to kind of review things so that we can get a better take on it. And we're more productive and we're actually better at what we do. Fine-tuning comes to mind. So that's an interesting thing. But the other thing I wanted to say that I remember from last time I read this to you, you're not superficial. I've not met a Scorpio that I believe personally is superficial. You are exactly who you claim to be. Yes, you're mysterious. Yes, you're secretive. But that's okay too. You reveal things when you feel it is right to do so to the people you feel that you can trust that it's right to do so. But I don't ever find you to be, superficial at all. But you do recognize that in others. So it's interesting that would come up too. In regards to relationships though, sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. There are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Once again, something I feel that you do innately. And that brilliance of this the full moon in Leo, it's all about shine and glitter, let me tell you. They want to be seen, they want to be embellished, they want to be extra, right? Very interesting. Well, okay, so let go of the artificial or artifice and let what is authentic shine. So I'll leave that at that, but I just feel like that's something that is very, maybe a younger version of yourself. As we all change through our original soul and authentic self, we still go through changes and things because we're testing life, right? We're learning, we're graduating into the person we're going to be and need to be, to ascend, as it were. But good words of wisdom, I think, in all relationships. Look for the inner beauty, because we can't all be, models and stuff, right? Or, young influencers. So the last and most important to me is your super manifestation message, because it is about feeling the life you want into existence. And it's really that simple. Bringing it in, like I said earlier, you have to be able to feel it, and you, Scorpio, that is your gift. You are all about emotions, raw emotions, you're just like, rah! I speak what I think and I think what I speak, It's the real deal. And it's intense. But it's what brings things into our life. You can't think one way and feel a different way. It has to be congruent, like attracts like, and so forth. Your final message, and by the way, if you're liking what you're seeing, I do want to promote and ask you to please push that subscribe button for me. Push the like, share, push the notification bell as I change it now that I'm back to work as to when the videos get uploaded. But I appreciate everyone that's subscribed and will continue to be here for you. This is free. I do private readings twice a week. I have a little bit of information so far. I'm keeping it kind of simple right now. You can ask any questions if you notify me on my email for business that's below on the link, and we can talk business there. But otherwise, enjoy this immense, powerful energy of love and passion, which you love so dearly. And this comes up a lot. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. There you go. I send that to you with love. It can be a mantra or an affirmation you can say over and over and over, and watch your life change. Watch it, the smallest of things. This is the ticket. Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I enjoy reading it for you because I'm loving it. I think it's beautiful, and I saw some definite synchronicities to it, meant specifically for you and all your connections. So have a blessed day. Take extremely good care of yourself, and come on back and see me sometime, okay? Until next time, thank you, and bye for now.